Hey there, so here we are in episode 1 of Aaron's Midnight Action Theater. I told you guys that I was going to do a new segment on action movies, and I decided to start with the blaxploitation classic Foxy Brown. As you can see, the menu from Arrow Video is playing in the background, and it's a Jack Hill classic. This movie here, we've got Pam Grier starring as Foxy Brown. Here's the Blu-ray case. In case you haven't got this one yet, guys, I strongly recommend it. I was going to watch the rest of the features on this before I reviewed this, but the movie is in my head right now, and I want to do it while it's still fresh in my mind. So anyway, we got Foxy Brown, and basically we see at the beginning of the movie that Antonio Fargas. Of course, most people know Antonio Fargas from the TV series Starsky and Hutch, where he played Huggy Bear. And he's in trouble. He calls his sister, Foxy Brown, played by Pam Grier. And there's some guys that want to pretty much beat the crap out of him. Foxy shows up in her car and kind of takes care of him, gets her brother in the car, dumps one of the guys in the river, and shows what a badass she is right from the beginning. We soon find out that Foxy Brown's boyfriend that supposedly died was a narcotics agent. And in actuality, basically his cover was blown, and he's been in the hospital for months. He's been getting reconstructive surgery so that he looks like a different guy. Now, this seems to be going pretty well. Foxy knows the local vigilante group in town, and we see that when there's some guys trying to, some bad guys trying to get away, and well, Foxy helps stop them, kind of just, slightly at this time. And I gotta say right off, Pam Grier looks amazing in this film. She really does portray the badass character that she's supposed to, and she is utterly gorgeous. You cannot take your eyes off of her on the screen at all. Jack Hill does an amazing job directing this film. This could have went ultra sleazy. There's a scene in the movie later on. We'll get to it later on, but I got to give this strong really high props, because this could have went in a very different direction. And you know what? It didn't, and I really enjoyed this film. There is a lot of, there's a bit of gore in this movie. Nothing overboard, but definitely enough. Action-wise, this movie is solid. Foxy Brown, basically, her brother finds out that her new boyfriend is actually her old boyfriend. He may not be the brightest bulb when it comes to certain things, but he does kind of figure this out fairly fast. And her brother, unfortunately, is still into the drug habit, which he should not. Which she's been wanting him to kick, but he's still selling coke. And Antonio Fargas does have a really good kind of like a monologue at the beginning of the film, and it's kind of you don't usually think of these type of films as something that has like a monologue or anything like that in it. But he talks about, what it's like to be a young black man that doesn't have a lot going for him, and what his options are limited. He sees what's out there. He sees people getting ahead. He's seen people with a lot of money. He sees the guys that sell the drugs and the money they're making, the girls they have, and he wants that. And Fargas really, in this little tiny speech that he has, really portrays that feeling. You can actually see I'm a white guy. I have no idea what it's like to be a black person or any other race in society. I can't even hope to be able to understand that. Just emphasize, but I can't put myself in that place. That's not me. But it just seemed real to me in what he was saying, and like how he felt, that desperation. Anyway, so let's get on to the meat of this film. Of course, the boyfriend is found out, and he is gunned down. Foxy then takes up on herself she believes in vigilante justice, and she lets us know early on. So she finds out who killed her boyfriend, and then she finds out what exactly they're into. Not only are they into the drug trade, but they have a series of prostitutes. These are high-level class prostitutes that go around to like judges and powerful people, and basically set things up so that anytime that their men are going to get a kind of got an arrest coming up or something like that, it gets glossed over. There's a heavy amount of corruption there, so it's a good thing Foxy's doing this outside the law. Now we have we have some main villains. They're played by, I'm not sure what the girl's name is who played the main villain. I'm going to guess that's Catherine Loder. We're going to go with that one. But I do know that the guy that plays Elias is actually Peter Brown. Peter Brown acts in a lot of these type roles. He will later go on to do soap operas in the future and a lot of episodic television set. And he would become pretty much a known face in the someone that once you see him, you know you've seen him somewhere before, but you're not quite sure where exactly you've seen him. And then you look at the list and say, yeah, I've seen him in all of these places. Foxy gets herself involved into the prostitution ring in order to bring it down from the inside. She's quickly found out because things do not go the way that she wants. And unfortunately, by helping out somebody else, she ends up in this nasty place that they talk about it throughout the film, that they put people that don't do it right. The prostitutes that they bring to the nastiest people that have tastes that mainstream society would not agree with. They're sadistic guys. And here's where I've got to give it really big props. There is a scene where Foxy Brown gets raped. We know that she does get raped more than once. They're shooting heroin in her on a fairly regular basis at this point. But you know, it is handled in such a way that we're not forced to sit through an uncomfortable rape scene. Jack Hill pulls this off in a classy way, in which pretty much the implication is there that we know it happened, but we don't have to. It doesn't have to go to the whole last house on the left type of thing. We don't have to always see something like this to get the full effect, and we do get the full effect, and we see her vengeance afterwards. And I'm not going to let you know exactly what goes down in the end, but there's a holy reign of terror that she brings to these people, and it is a fantastic film. There's action throughout. Pam Grier is an amazingly fantastic actress, a beautiful girl, and man, she is just gorgeous. Every second of her on the scene is amazing, and this film is utterly fantastic. I had not remembered exactly how wonderful this film was. This is one that my father gave me for my birthday. Right now I'm about to go and watch the rest of this movie, well, the rest of the features on this, because it is that incredible. If you have not picked up Arrow Video's version of Foxy Brown yet, this is it. It has a reversible cover. It is a fantastic film. Tons of action. Beautiful Pam Grier. Antonio Fargas doing an amazing acting job. Peter Brown. Here we've got Sid Haig in this movie as well, doing his little character roles. Sid Haig worked a lot with Jack Hill. Femme Fatale, you know him from Spider Baby, among many other things, but recently from Spider Baby. So what do I give Foxy Brown? Well, it is spot on, a perfect film in this genre. Literally, it is the perfect. So I give this 10 righteous dynamites out of 10. Hope you enjoyed my first episode of Aaron's Action Midnight Theater. Let me know if you want to see more of this, and if you want to see more of these type reviews. I'm looking at reviewing things like Exterminator, Coffee, McBain, and a lot of other these action movies done in the 70s and 80s. Just really cool stuff. Lots of cool. It's got the nudity, it's got the violence, it's got the blood, and this one does have a cool gore count. Yes, we do get to see Pam Grier in there, in the way that from the very first second that you're watching this movie, you're thinking, please let there be one of those nude scenes. It goes there. So you're gonna enjoy Foxy Brown. And for me right now, guys, I'm wrapping up episode 1, and I'm going to actually relax a bit. I got class tomorrow, but I think it's going to be a pretty easygoing class. And right now, I got to go out and grab some tea, because I'm not down with that drug stuff, that heroin, that cocaine. I'm going to stay righteous, just like good old Foxy. Thanks for watching, guys, and for me right now, it's time for tea.